so cool. I'm so excited, congratulations, it was such a good run. What are you doing next? And he was just looking at me very confused. And I'm like, okay, the show is ending. Can I have another job? Like, no. And he's like, what? He's like, the show's not over. And I'm like, I'm in the finale, like usually, you know. He's like, no, it's the series finale. You're back next year.
Wait, what?
I think I said, why? He's like, I don't know. I said, what? How? Who? What? Am I a ghost? Am I real? Am I this? Am I that? And he's like, I don't know anything. And then I knew. And then, you know, I went up there and everything was very secret. You know, they had me hiding in a van with like a thing over my head, well, it was also raining, so they didn't want me to get wet, but the nightgown is a dead giveaway of what. So I'm like in a robe and a thing, and it's raining, and it's 10 o'clock at night. But then they thought it was a good idea to put my character name on the trailer that was on the main road. So I'm stunned that nobody knew. Maybe a few people did, because in Vancouver there were always a dedicated crew of like 5 to 10 fans on the other side of the road with signs like, sometimes if we could, we'd go over and say hi, but I was forbidden from, like, they drove me around the back to the set in this van. I was outside for a total of 12 minutes, just standing there like, help. Just as an aside, maybe she was very confused because she was in heaven a second ago.
Yeah.
I still don't think Mary would have stood in the middle of the field and yelled help. I think she would have been like, hey! Somebody get out here and tell me where I am. But I'm not sure Dean would have responded to that. Help is like their, you know, war cry. They're like, we're coming to save the day. So that's how long I knew, from February or so. See these answers, just like, and I was delighted. I was so excited. I was nervous. And then they had to teach me how to fight, which was a very slow process. Got much better at it. I'm like, oh, how about I take boxing lessons? And they're like, that's a good idea. I'm like, why did nobody tell me this after season 12? Like, it took until the beginning of season 14 where suddenly I was like, should I be taking lessons? Like, because the stunt coordinators would always teach me and coordinate and choreograph. Season 12 was all I could do just to keep up, though. That was a lot. I was in a lot of episodes. I was gone for 6 months, essentially, in Canada, and working every day and fighting. Or like every episode I'd open, I'm like, fighting again. Oh my God. Because it just, my stunt girl was amazing, thank God. But it was, it's a whole thing to make it look real, and I kept breaking my nails. I'd have actual bruises. I had whiplash after the cage match with Catch, and that, because to make it look real, you know, full of whiplash. And my poor stunt girl, oh my God. There's like part at the beginning of that, Catch throws Mary across the room, and she slides and hits the filing cabinet. Well, Dana, my stunt girl, she tripped over his foot. It either wasn't where she expected it to be or something. In any case, the first thing that hit the floor was her eyebrow. Oh. And it made like a gunk, and I was watching it, and I was like, what was that? And she stands up, she's like, I'm fine. I'm like, not fine, not fine. Like immediate half a golf ball with a big slit and blood, and I'm just like, Dad. And like people come rushing in, she's like, I'm good, I'm good. I'm like, stop saying that. She didn't care. So they're like, okay, it was right out of the gate, because you do those scenes in order, right? In case something like this happens, or in case like a piece of furniture breaks or whatever, you can't go back and do something that happened before that, so you do it all in order. So they had to put like a big fake cut on me with blood going down my face. They didn't do like a lump. Fortunately, my bangs go this way, so it kind of covered it, but she had to have had a concussion. She's tough as nails, this girl. And made me look really good. Because there's scenes I'm watching, and with the wig and the clothes, like, they even though she doesn't really look like me exactly in real life, once you put all the stuff, and when I'm watching the episodes, I'm like, could that be me doing that? Probably not, that's probably not. She's not clumsy at all. Guess what? Forgot the question. That's right. Did I answer it? Great. Okay. Hi.
Hi. Oh,
Ooh. Why are you yelling?
I didn't realize that used to be mic'd up. So as a fellow breast cancer survivor, I want to say congratulations on
Thank
still
you.
being here.
Congratulations to you. How many years?
12.
Rock on.
In fact, I discovered Supernatural during chemo when I was home from work.
Say that again?
I discovered Supernatural during chemo because I needed something to keep my mind occupied. So
Nice.
it all comes together. But I wanted to ask you about the charity Equal Hope that you and Stans did the fundraiser for.
Yes. Equal Hope is an unbelievable organization. So, before my second diagnosis, I hadn't really been super public the first time around. It was 2008. Nobody knew who I was really. It wasn't going to make a big difference. And I just was like trying to get through. I was pregnant when we found it. I went through 3 rounds of chemo before my son was born. I had kind of a lot happening. So I just kind of like put my head down and did my work. Are you wearing a Rise shirt?
Yes.
Oh, I love that. I brought mine to wear it maybe tomorrow. I had found, anyway, so my first campaign was the Red Rise, and that was for a foundation called the Chicago Foundation for Women. And what they do is have, they raise money, and then they have an unbelievable kick-ass full board of women, doctors and PhDs, and just this very intimidating group of very smart, really loving women. They don't actually, they dole the money out to other charities in the Chicago area that do different things for essentially being a phoenix. They help women with childcare, restarting their lives after illness, incarceration, drug addiction, abuse, any of those things, where you can imagine you need a little bit of an extra head start to have equal footing. And when I was diagnosed again, I contacted them and I said, what is your breast cancer arm? And they said, Equal Hope. And Equal Hope is strictly about screenings, care, treatment, helping with childcare, other stuff. They just completely support the women in this small area. And the reason I chose this, I'm not from Chicago, I scoured the internet looking for charities where money would go the farthest. Because I could donate to the American Cancer Society, which is a wonderful organization, but you know, you give them 10 grand or 20 grand or 30 grand and it's like covers stamps,
Right.
you know. But a smaller organization like Equal Hope, that amount of money can give screenings to 1,000 women. And I know that in their vicinity, the women of color were dying at a rate of 7 to 1 of white women with the same level of disease because of people, they weren't getting the access to treatment and prevention, and it just was, there's no reason for it other than that. And they've brought that down 40% in just, I don't know, 7 years, I think. Which is, you know, a huge feat. And they're the nicest people, and they're just, anyway, they just work hard every day. They're very small, but I just worship their work. So I would like to, as much as I can, just contribute even a little bit and raise awareness about what they do, because maybe then there can be another organization just like it in LA and New York and Milwaukee and Atlanta, and then just equity in care and equity in survivorship shouldn't be a thing. It should just be. And it's not. And that is their goal, and I just, any little bit we can do. So, because when I was diagnosed first, my survivorship was, I had a 63% chance. And because of the because of the standard of care I got, they were like, listen, you're in LA, where you're at a top-tier hospital and you're being watched every week and you're getting tested every week. If you lived 3 hours from the hospital in like Kansas or something, you may not have the same outcome. And I was like, that's not okay. That's not okay. So that's okay. Thank you for asking, and congratulations. 12 years is solid. I know there's probably many other survivors and potentially other people even still fighting in this room. And I want to say I love you and support you, and come see me. Just give me a hug, okay? Hi!
Hi, first of all, I love you. Hi.
I love you back.
And my question is, if you didn't play Mary, which female character would you have played? Or would have wanted?
Abaddon. That being said, I cannot imagine anyone but Elena playing Abaddon. But, thank you. I was stunned what they gave me when I came back, because the truth is, being cast as Mary, how she was originally cast, as I said, like, nice mom, pink nightgown, pink, not white. That's my wheelhouse. I get cast as the nice mom, like, without even trying half the time. Like, I made an entire commercial career of being, like, the nice mom. So when Mary came back, as like somebody who fights, and fights dirty, by the way, and is shooting and running and tough, and I was like, I don't think I would have gotten that job without having already been the character. So it was like a gift, because I say this all the time. I always wanted to play Lara Croft, and people are like, yeah, no. Cute. I'm like, you don't know me. But your essence is what it is. My voice is what it is. You know, I accept that. The good job is the one you get. And Mary was like the best of everything for me. It was kind of a dream job. I quit acting right before they came back to me, you know. I was done. I was like, I'm so tired of playing the trophy wife. I'm so over it. Trophy wives and flight attendants. That's all I ever played. And the hot girl. She was probably a flight attendant. But yeah, this was a dream job. It was, people are, didn't you quit acting? I'm like, not for this. So, anyway, thank you. Hello.
I kind of want to go back to the first question about Mary working with the Men of Letters, and how everybody, like a lot of the audience hated her because of what but my thought is that...
Wait, people hated Mary?
No. Well, they didn't think it. But my feeling is that we, the audience, knew things about Catch and the Men of Letters that she didn't.
Right.
So did that...
Yeah, see?
So I'm not saying she necessarily did the right thing, but I understand why she did it, because she wanted to. But did you have to take that into account? Did that affect how you performed that, or did it just not, did you not even think about it?
I think that, if I remember correctly, oh, are you talking about like how he killed Adam Fergus's character?
No, yeah, like the
little things like that.
The audience knew that Catch was a
bad guy.
Oh, and a creep stalker.
He was,
right?
He was like, and we knew that, but Mary didn't see that side.
So little things like that, yes, for sure. I had to not know. I had to pretend not to know. But there was also an element of Mary that she doesn't give a shit. She's like, yeah, but my goal is this, so that's not going to affect me. I'm not worried about that. So yeah, he's not perfect, but he's a means to my goal. However, she did not know that he was her stalker. Like, with the pictures and stuff, I forgot about that. Do you remember that? And he like stole them from them. I'm like, hey, those aren't yours. Yeah, so that would have, knowing those things, I don't know if she still wouldn't have done it, but she would have definitely had her guard even higher. And she suspected, she started to suspect, that's how she found that room full of like all their surveillance cameras and all that, which didn't go well. But Mary, like, she's like, no BS. She would have, I can't say she would have killed him, but she definitely wouldn't have entertained and let him have shenanigans if she had known, I think. Yeah. But that's, you know, he didn't tell her that stuff on purpose. He was not truthful. That's why he got shot. That's what happens. Hi.
Hi, I'm Angela. I live in Connecticut also,
Woo-hoo.
by the casinos.
We have casinos in Connecticut.
I was just wondering what brought you to Connecticut?
Lots of things. We wanted to get out of LA. Schools, fresh air. I get the chicken. I get a chicken. I might also get a rabbit. Does anyone have a rabbit?
I do.
What mini lop-ear?
I have a lion head.
A lion head. Now
They're
there's
adorable.
Angora.
They're adorable, but they're evil. I'm telling you right now.
Rabbits in general or the
Yes.
lion head?
No, all rabbits. They're evil. But you love them anyway.
We also don't like one of my dogs either, so she'll fit right in. She's such a jerk. Oh my God. My son is also getting a pair of sugar gliders. I was like, yeah, go ahead, try to find some online. Yesterday he's in the park, he sent me a video. He's like, look, this guy had a sugar glider. I'm like, seriously? He's like, yeah, he told me where to buy them, where to get the cage, how to take care of them. I'm like, oh. I said to my husband that we're getting sugar gliders. But if he gets a sugar glider, I get a rabbit. Why are they evil? Do they bite?
Only when provoked.
Great.
Now, they love
Right.
they love to eat wires all around
Well, that's the
your
thing.
house.
Most of our cables are up, like where they, you know.
Yeah.
But I mean, there's going to be a lamp. Well,
Yeah.
he can't just run free in the house. That's all. I'm also
No,
not
mine
like
runs
picking up
free.
rabbit poop everywhere.
Mine runs free in the house. No, you train them like cats. They use
Right, they have a
litter
litter box, right?
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Maybe I'll get a girl.
But they are
Maybe I won't get a rabbit. Can I have a fennec fox? Can you have a fox as a pet? Is that legal? Will it eat my dog? Crap. Can I get an owl? No.
Get turtles. They're easier.
Turtles? Like I say manila.
I have 3 of them.
They're fine? But they're aquatic. I want something with fur.
No, you
Do they make fur turtles? Still no fur. I could glue fur to the shell. I don't want any rodents except for a rabbit. Like I don't want any gerbils or guinea pigs, even though they can be great with fur. No fur for my turtle. I could put a guinea pig on the back of a turtle. Just they roll around. I love a monkey. That's also many problems. Maybe I'll get a band.
You're gonna get a band?
Well, we're talking about my pet options.
What are your pet options? Oh, Jesus, sorry. What are your pet options?
Well, we have 2 dogs. My son is getting 2 sugar gliders, which are like little tiny flying squirrels. I don't even. Well, what he really wanted was a cat, but we live on a kind of busy road and my husband's allergic. And they're like, well, we can try. I'm like, no, we're not getting a cat to like try it out and then have to find a home for it. So I said, how about a rabbit? And my son is like, because it wasn't his idea. And then he said, I want a sugar glider. I'm like, great. What's a sugar glider? And then they're really cute, and people have them as pets, and they fly. They're like a little tiny flying squirrel.
They don't actually fly.
They
fly.
Oh, gosh. Okay.
Look who's an expert. I didn't know how mean that was going to sound in my head.
Listen, Blondie, they don't fly.
It was actually, they don't actually fly?
No.
Do they?
No.
That's,
No, they climb up the curtains to the curtain rod and they go,
they're indoor squirrels?
yes.
Oh, I want one.
And they're really little like this. So it turned out that once I started looking at rabbits for my son, then I wanted one. And what I really wanted was an Angora rabbit because they look like a fur tumbleweed.
Yeah.
They're like this big, but then I was like, that's a lot of grooming and,
It's also what I
Hair.
want. It's also what I want, Owen, so.
well, maybe we can share custody.
Okay.
Okay. So yeah, so anyway, we'll have to discuss rabbits. Apparently a mini lop ear is...
Oh, very cute.
Yeah, they have like the moo, and they're sweet, I guess. And I want him to be friends with my chickens.
Goodness.
I'm going to start posting a lot of pictures in overalls, just so you know.
Have you named your chickens?
No, we don't have them yet. There's going to be 3, and one of them has to be named Anya, because
Okay.
my friend Anya said I have to name my chicken after her. She said she's from Luxembourg. I think Anya is a very good name for a chicken. That was a little French. I think
Where's she
Anya is
from?
a very good name for a chicken. She's from Luxembourg. She has a German accent.
Ah, very good. How was sound, guys?
You can be honest.
She kicked it off well.